Welcome back to King Makes These Sports. So, today, I got some sad news for you. Texas fans, you already know what I'm talking about. So, apparently, Urban Meyer has said, no, thank you, I'm good. Think I'll stay in the booth. Texas, y'all got too much going on. Y'all gonna make me have a stroke. So, yeah, Urban has told Texas no, according to sources. Horns 24/7 Sports, and that sucks. But it was a 50-50 shot anyways. It would have been done for Texas to not take the chance. You had to take the chance. Urban is out there, free agent, no buyout. You had to try. Cool. Sorry, not sorry. That sucks. But the issue is, who now, right? Like, fans can't agree on anyone. Some people want Brian Kelly, some people want Dan Mullen, some people throw $20 million at Dabo. Yeah, Sean Payton. Like, Texas fans, Sean Payton. I'm a Saints fan, by the way, but Sean Payton. All right, Texas fan, come on. But that's the issue, though. Apparently, the big money donors who were going to pay Tom Herman's buyout, the $20 million for Tom Herman's buyout, they can't agree either. Just like the Texas fans on, okay, if not Urban, who else is worth $20 million? Since you have to pay Tom Herman's buyout, that was stupid to give Tom that extension after beating Georgia. Where was Tom going to go? So now Texas, once again, has shot itself in the foot and back the university in the corner. Because if you didn't give Tom that dumb extension after the Georgia win in 2018, his buyout is maybe like $5 million. Texas. Anyway, so apparently the big money donors are kind of first of all, according to their sources, they pressured CDC Chris Del Conte, Texas athletic director, to hire Urban. Apparently the university's president and the big money donors they were pressuring Chris Del Conte, the AD, to hire Urban. Texas always has too many hands in the pot. Everybody knows that. And apparently Chris Del Conte didn't like the way that they were pressuring him. He felt like they didn't let him do his job, trying to force him to go get Urban, like Orioles type stuff. And now that Urban says no, according to sources, they think now he's going to tell the president and the donors, hey, y'all can't do that. You can't pressure me and try to force my hand. You have to let me do my job. Like, I appreciate your support. You got to let me do my job. That's why Texas sucked. Too many y'all in the way. Stay out the way. And the funny thing about it, now that Urban said no, according to sources, now the donors are like, oh, well, we're not going to pay Tom $20 million in. It was only for Urban. Like, what? So let me get this straight. You were, thank you. You were, you wanted to be helpful enough and involved, blah, 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 to pay the $20 million for Tom, but only for Urban. So let me get this straight. You pressured Chris Del Conte into making Texas once again look like a clown show in front of everybody, searching, pretty much trying to hire Urban in the background when it wasn't a background, because everybody knows what's going on, while Tom is still your coach. So not only are you embarrassing the university and embarrassing Chris Del Conte for the way that y'all have handled this, you embarrassing Tom. I don't like Tom, but you embarrassing the guy. Not only embarrassing him, if Urban says no and the big money donor says, oh, we're not going to pay the buyout for nobody else, you gonna bring Tom back after this? After embarrassing him like this and straining an already strained relationship between Chris Del Conte and Tom, you tell me you gonna bring him back? You better not bring him back, because you had just let recruits know, you have let commits know, you have let those players in the locker room know, you have let other coaches know, you have let everybody, the media, know that Tom is not your guy. So if you bring him back, everybody's going to expect some point he's going to get fired next year. Probably as soon as he lose, or as soon as we barely beat Arkansas in the first game, everybody going to be calling for his head. Now, how in the heck, I almost cussed, is he supposed to recruit under those circumstances? Texas, big money donors, rich men. How's he going to recruit under that? He's not. 2021 class is already average. We barely holding on to being top 17 inside the top 20. Being number 17 inside the top 20. So 2022 with Quinn Ewers and Faison Wilson, the wide receiver from Lancaster, has already decommitted. So and Caleb Burton, 5-star wide receiver from Austin, of course, right in the backyard, is already committed to Ohio State, also with Quinn. So they already letting us know we not rocking with Tom. We seen what Tom brings. We're done. So if y'all bring Tom back, no. And that was before the rumors got out that we were looking for Urban. To, showing the world that, yeah, we don't want him either, just like y'all don't. So you can't bring him back. And the big money donors, saying, oh, we was only going to pay the 20 for Urban. No one else is worth 20. Dumb idiots, did you not think there was a possibility that Urban says no? Are you serious? So, y'all didn't think, okay, we want Urban, cool. What if he says no? Are we okay with paying that money for someone else before we leave Tom and the university out to dry like that? They didn't even think that far. I'm not even sure how these guys got their wealth, honestly. Because they don't move like businessmen at all, at least when it comes to the Texas head coaching search. Like, y'all didn't think that, oh, what if Urban says no? Now what? Do we think there are any realistic candidates out there that are worth paying the $20 million? Or do we just want to go after Urban and that's it? And if so, we need to make sure that this stays quiet and doesn't get out, because that puts us in a bad position. If Urban says no and we don't think anybody else out there is worth it, we almost can't bring Tom back and we have to hire somebody. How y'all rich and wealthy? Like, how do they hire employees being so unorganized and emotional like fans? Like, Texas handles the coaching searches like fans. Emotional. They don't have no organization, no strategy. It's all emotional. And, we need the new shiny coach, big name coach. Like, man, go get a coach. Anyways, so there are a few other candidates that, have some little whispers. And apparently a lot of the donors can't agree on who the other candidates are. Just like Texas fans say, oh, this person, that person, whatever. And according to sources, Texas athletic director, now that the Urban stuff is gone, they said that yes, he wanted Urban too, but he also didn't like how they pressured him. So now that the Urban talk is over, he gets to handle this his way. Meaning he wants to go get his guy, because obviously Tom isn't his guy. He didn't hire Tom. He want to go get a guy that he think is quality, because he know his job is going to be on the line for his coach. Like, this coaching decision is going to be a huge part of CDC's success and failure at Texas. And he knows that. So he's like, my job on the line, I'm going to get my guy. So, guess now he gets that. According to sources, his guy is, which is plan B, which ain't no wrong plan B, Urban was a shoot for the stars, just like USC did. As university, especially if you're a blue blood, you have to, if Urban's out there, you have to go for him. You have to. He tell you no, so what? Next, you gotta ask, you gotta go for him. That's like, that pretty girl walking by you in Walmart and you don't think you have a shot, so you just let her walk by. Maybe she was interested. Tell you no, life goes on. Everybody laugh at you. Whatever. But apparently, CDC's next option is Dan Mullen. I like Dan Mullen. I liked him in Mississippi State, with Dak, and the way he was able to keep Mississippi State competitive for so many years in the SEC. Excuse me, my computer went black. You see what he's doing in Florida. Florida looks good. See what he's doing in Florida. Kyle Trask Their quarterback, Heisman candidate. Offense been nasty. Playmakers everywhere all over the field. I think they won 10 games last year and this year. Maybe the year before 9 to 10, and then this year. So he has had three winning seasons in a row since he's been there. So, and then you see what they're doing this year, other than that bad loss to sorry ass A&M. But so it'll be interesting to see how he finishes the season. Even though some Florida fans say he don't like to recruit, like he can't recruit, or he doesn't like to recruit, whatever. But he's a football coach, so you win, recruits gonna come. Texas fans always want to go, oh, great recruiter. How about you hire a coach? That can like coach and evaluate and develop, and then recruiting will come once he wins. Anyways, development first, recruiting second. Stop. But the other question would be, would Dan even come? Why would he leave Florida and come to Texas dumpster fire? If I'm Dan, I'm like, heck no. I'm good, homie. But if they decide to, almost double his salary, does that speak to him? Maybe him not having to go through, compete with Kirby Smart at Georgia and saving at Bama for recruiting and the win conference. Maybe he said, Big 12 don't sound too bad. Kind of easy. All I got to do is beat Oklahoma pretty much every year. The only super competitive, consistent team. And I'm in the Big 12 championship, and I'm almost guaranteed a college football playoff spot because I'm the Big 12 champ, and I'm at Texas. It's a lot easier, and then with the, being able to recruit Texas. Or does he say, heck nah, y'all see how y'all handled this Urban Meyer stuff? I don't have time for y'all big wigs to be down my back. I just want to come in, coach. I don't want to have to come in and be political and kiss babies and argue with Democrats. Like I just want to coach. I'm good here in Florida. I just done rebuilt Florida. I'm good. Good luck with that. But again, you got to ask him. And so far, Chris Del Conte has shown that he can hire coaches. With hiring Vic Schaefer, the women's basketball coach at Texas. What's his name? Mike White, the softball coach, the girls softball coach who came from Oregon. They already was like beating top 5 teams and ranked like top 5 before the pandemic started. Girls basketball teams crushing it. I think he got 3 5-star recruits, two 5-stars and 1 high 4-star. They just lost A&M, but good hires and a few other coaches. So I trust Chris Del Conte. He needs to tell them donors to, hey bro, back up, let me do my job. Y'all have sucked for a long time. Y'all are part of the reason. Calm down, let me do my job. Thank you for the support, but hey, calm down. So, or Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly would be my third option after Mullen. Would they be interested? If you get all the way down the list and Mullen say no, Brian Kelly say, why'd I leave Notre Dame? Nope. If Chris Peterson, they said a source asked him if he would come back, and he was like, he's done coaching. It's like, dang, okay. I like Stoops, but if Stoops like, get on my face. No, y'all suck. And it's like, damn, okay. Who? I like James Franklin. He has 11 wins at Florida. 11 wins at Penn State with one 9-win season sprinkled in there, with a few New Year's Six bowls. So, and I think James Franklin has put 22 players in the draft. 22. Yeah, I think 22 players has been drafted since 2017, and they have had at least 5 players drafted in the past 3 years. So, and I think it was something like 12 of them being 12 of the 22 being first through third rounds, or have went in the first through the third round, which is crazy. And then they got Michael Parsons, top 5 linebacker for Penn State this year. That's going to be another, probably a top 5, top 10 pick. So I like James Franklin. Everybody giving him a lot of stuff for this 2-5 season. But if you want to do that, remember in 2016, Brian Kelly went 4-8. If you're going to sit here and tell me that, oh, James Franklin, he's 2-5, this is the guy you want? Okay, go look at 2016. Brian Kelly was 4-8, getting smoked. Texas fans would have rioted if Texas tried to hire him after that year instead of Charlie Strong when Brian Kelly was 4-8. Stop. And, you got to look at more than just 1 year for a coach. Texas fans. But anyway, but then if he says no, Matt Campbell, I like Matt Campbell. Don't know if the big money donors will be okay with paying $20 million for Matt Campbell. But you didn't paint yourself in such a corner, or you put yourself in such a corner, a bad spot. You can't be picky. You cannot bring Tom Herman back. If you bring him back, wave bye-bye to 2021 and 2022 classes. Just throw up the deuces to him. Because if you bring Tom back, our classes are going to be ranked, if we're lucky, in the 20s and 30s. Because we'll have a lame duck coach that everybody knows is going to get fired. Everybody literally hates him. Maybe except his family. I hate to say that, but nobody likes him. And as soon as he wins or has a close game versus a team that we should blow out, all hell gonna break loose. You can't bring Tom back, so you better go Big Dan and Brian Kelly. I think those two would be worth, paying the $20 million for. And then James Franklin, I think Penn State's fans said he has like a $20 million buyout. So I don't think you can pay that much for James Franklin. Like $20 million for Herman, $5 million for his staff, and then another $20 for James, and then pay him and his staff. Don't know if he's worth all that, but Texas has painted themselves in the bad pictures, or painted themselves back in the corner. So the Kansas State game, Texas destroyed Kansas State. Is it 69 or sorry, I pull up on my phone. It was 69-31. Where was this Texas team at all year? To be fair, Kansas State starting quarterback, they have been horrible since their starting quarterback has went down, as you can imagine. They already don't have a lot of depth there as Kansas State. Then I think they were missing a few guys on defense. So 69-31, that's great. But offense looked great. Defense still gave up a lot. Running game looked great. Don't let that fool you. This Kansas State team is a shell of what they were at the beginning of the season. So, sorry, Tom. Not impressed. Why can't you do this every game? If anything, this is why you should be fired. Because it takes to you literally from to have your head on the chopping block for you to finally get the players to play like this and for you to call an offense like this. Are you serious? Hell out of here. But shout out to Bijan Robinson and Roschon Johnson, man. Those boys had a hell of a game. Let me see, it was Bijan. I kept on 9 carries. That's crazy. Bijan ran for 172 yards, 19.1, almost 20 yards a carry average. 3 touchdowns with a long of 75 on 9 carries. 9 carries. But I do agree with some of the who was that said that I can't remember one podcast I listened to that was saying some of K-State's defenders was making business decisions when they were coming up to tackle him at the end of the quarter. Some of them boys you talk kind of get out the way. They're like, whatever, season's over. Like, I don't feel like tackling this dude. And then Roschon, 14 carries, 139 yards, 9.5 yards a carry, so 10 yards on 3 touchdowns. Great job. And who would ever thought finally, one of our O-linemen opt out, and then we have another injury at O-line on center, and finally we try a different O-line. Oh my God, they actually look pretty good versus a pretty good D-line. Herb Hand needs to be fired. He needs to go with Tom Herman. They suck. Anyway, one last thing. Shamir Turner, 4/5-star DN from DeSoto. I think he just got his 5-star from, I don't know if it's from Rivals or ESPN, I don't know. He's expected to commit to A&M, and that shouldn't be a surprise. Would you come to Texas? No. And the sad thing about it, Darius Terrell, who's a former Texas Longhorn who played wide receiver for Mac Brown, I think like in 2012, from DeSoto, he currently coaches at DeSoto, so he has access to the players. He talks to Shamir Turner and says Shamir Turner really likes Texas and really want to come to Texas. and it has a teammate, a fellow defensive lineman, Byron Murphy, committed to Texas. He just can't, because he's making a business decision. Like, it's not personal, just like the Brock Meyer, just like Quinn Ewers. It's a business decision. Recruits don't care about that loyalty stuff. If anything, Texas has to earn the loyalty. Texas has sucked. Show me that you're going to develop me, and we're going to get the Big 12 championships and college football playoff appearances. I'll come to your school. Till then, Ohio State, Bama, Clemson, anybody but Texas. Sorry. But anyway, sorry I've been gone for a few days. I've been really tired. Ain't no excuse though. I know y'all waiting on my videos. All 37 of y'all. Anyway, man. So please share this video. The first one I did actually did really good at 2,000 views. You know, I need to make sure I'm more consistent. If there's anything y'all want me to talk about, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Share the video. Watch the other videos. I'll be coming up with some different types of videos, like some 30 for 30 stuff, talking about different NFL players and, you know, like Pat Mahomes and stuff like that. So watch out for those videos. Comment below who will be your coach other than comment below. Can't talk. Who will be your option after Urban Meyer? Or would you bring Tom back? What would you do? Comment below. So that's it, y'all. I hope y'all had or are having a great day whenever you watch this video. And Texas, comment on the video who you would like as a coach. Please like the video, share it on whatever platform you're on, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Please subscribe to my channel. I promise to bring you more content and better content. Getting a little better at this. And I'll holla at y'all next time.